Why? Because it sucks. That's why I'm so happy right now. Merry Christmas.
Hello. Here's the thing. As we enter 2025, most people are starting to think about their New Year's resolution, how 2025, how the next year is going to be the year where everyone finally achieves their goals. But you do know statistically, based on other years and just what happens to most people, that's not going to be you. These are the times where people are starting to think about changes, a fresh start. But here's where the reality check comes in. Growth and change doesn't just happen in January. It's been happening all winter long. It's literally the season of death and rebirth, of transformation. If you haven't yet, please go watch video number 1 of glowing up, leveling up, and rebranding before 2025. If it happens to be 2025, keep watching, and also go back and watch my winter arc video because this is kind of what this is building onto. But change has been happening all winter while people have been cozying up, hitting the snooze button. But if you've been doing the winter arc or if you've been putting in the work, you know your growth is not waiting for the new year to roll around. So first of all, hello, welcome back to my channel. And as I already mentioned, 2025 is going to be the year where we are truly leveling up and growing and becoming our best selves, our future selves, our rebranded selves, our most amazing selves. But I am here to say, first of all, Merry Christmas. I hope it's been great. I hope it will be great. I hope you got everything you wanted. I hope you've been enjoying yourselves. I hope you had the drinks, the eggnog, the wine, the gingerbread, the Christmas food, whatever you wanted to enjoy. But I hope you're also ready for the change that's coming. And if you've been doing the winter arc, I am so proud of you. I need you to know that it's not over yet because guess what? Winter isn't over yet. And furthermore, winter arc is the season of getting real with yourself. The world is still slowing down. It's cold, it's gray out. But guess what? This is literally the time, and trust me, I live in a place where it is freaking cold and dark most of the year. This is the best time to do the groundwork, to do the foundations, to do the serious, hard work. Now, we all know most people's resolutions will absolutely fade away by February. They will already have forgotten what they set out to do, and I do not want that to be you. I'm actually quite proud of my year because it's been very hard, but it's also been full of changes, and I'm very proud of certain things that I've gone through and that I've stuck with. But let me also tell you, if anything, it's just given me a glimpse into my resilience, my potential, but also just the fact that I've done maybe 10% of what I know I'm supposed to do this year. So if you feel the same way, let's get a move on. Let's get it going. And let's also face it, by the way. A lot of people say, I'm going to do all of this next year. I'm going to do all of these things from January and all the way until December. And yes, a lot of people don't even make it to February, but a lot of those people also literally never even start. They get to January 1st, they're hungover, and guess what? It's as if they've already lost momentum and they realize, oh, this whole New Year thing is kind of a made up thing in my head. And that's exactly where the winter arc comes in again, because the reason why I said in my original winter arc video that I wanted to do winter arc until March, spring, my birthday, is not just because of my birthday. It's because spring is where you are rebirthed. It's where we actually see the transformation. It's not where it starts. It's where the hard work of this transformation from the winter is supposed to be seen, because that's where you did the work. You rebranded, you redid yourself. Change that mindset as the first thing, because let's face it, we probably all have a lot of memories with us that will affirm that fact to us. That yes, we have seen ourselves make certain goals and we have seen ourselves fail certain goals. And as Alex Hermosi says, forgot the exact quote, but something about building an undeniable stack of proof that you are who you say you are.
I'm a big believer, and this is a little bit contrarian, that proof is the best type of evidence for a trait. And so rather than say like, I'm honest, but like you're a crook. Like right. All the evidence points to the fact that you're a crook. Like I think that when you say that on some level, you don't believe you because you know that's not true.
Yeah.
And so I try and look at, okay, what experiences or things I've done in the past can I transfer that are close enough to this new thing? Can I say that that skill is going to transfer? I have high confidence that I'll be successful in this thing. That would make sense for me. If I had built 6 sales teams over my career, I'd probably be even more confident. Right.
That is like my number one priority in 2025. No matter who I say I want to be, I really, really, really don't want to let that person down. I don't want to sit here and be like, this is what you should do. This is what you should do. And this is what I'm going to do, and then not do it. I do not want to be that person, because that is exactly how you become insecure and you start becoming bitter. Now let's talk quickly about David Goggins. Kind of an inspiration for today's video, because I've seen many, many things with him, and the clip of him always saying Merry Christmas just feels near and dear to my heart, since it's actually Christmas right now.
You're looking forward to Santa Claus coming down the chimney giving you some presents. It's a real good time of year, so in that good time of year, we start to feel real good about ourselves. That's what happens. The real Merry fucking Christmas happens when all of that noise is gone. It's quiet. And it's you against you. And I promise you, man, by getting up early and getting after it to go lose weight, study harder, guess what? It's a lot fucking harder now.
If he, with his story, can become who he became, then we can too. You see, he didn't wait for a special day to start. He didn't wait for January to roll around and be like, well, I guess this is when we start getting better. He started pushing himself from his own day one. And it's really all about developing that mental toughness to keep going no matter what. From now on, the most important thing that we're going to do is building the muscle of the mind. And that is going to take ongoing effort. And as we all know, people love to talk about an overnight success. But the truth is, just like when spring rolls around, it's about the groundwork, what you've been doing during the winter, what you do again and again and again, who you are consistently. You want to level up? It's not about 30 days. It's about doing it 365. It's about the foundation that we're laying, no matter what day it is, no matter what season it is. Now, let's also talk about motivation, because as you're watching this, you might start feeling a little bit more motivated. And motivation is such a beautiful thing when it's there. It's kind of like dopamine, right? You start feeling good, even though you haven't necessarily done anything yet. And that's the thing. Motivation comes and motivation goes. What stays that you're building is discipline. I would say motivation is for amateurs. If you want to be someone who thrives in winter during the tough seasons of your life, you have got to make discipline your new best friend.
Everything I've ever done in my life, I didn't want to do. Everything, every day. I'm a lazy piece of shit. And I'm one of the hardest working people that ever stepped foot on this planet Earth. Tell you I'm stupid. And I also tell you the exact opposite of what I've done. It is the truth.
So stop looking for the inspiration to start, because God knows that is literally what I've been doing my entire life. I've always loved music my entire life, and I had the idea years ago to write an EP. And even back then, like years ago, I wanted to call it If Not Now, as in if not now, when? And that's years ago, and I still haven't written it. Granted, I don't think I want to do music anymore, but I'm just saying, I'm talking from experience. I was overweight for many years before I changed my entire life. And that didn't come until I changed my identity. I had to get to a point where I said, enough is enough. I don't want to be this person anymore. Instead of it being, in 30 days, I'm going to lose all the 60 pounds and I'm going to be a completely different person and blah, blah, blah. I just had to get to a point where I was like, I don't want to be this person anymore. The person I see in the mirror isn't the person that I want to be. It's not the person I see in my head. And the great thing about that is, once you live it, when you live in that new life of the process of changing, things aren't that hard. They aren't as boring, because you've already committed to, this is my new life no matter what. Because I used to think, great, but I love this life of being able to enjoy food. And guess what? Now I'm going, was I crazy? Because I still enjoy food. I still enjoy wine. I still enjoy all these things. It just means that I've made it work so that I'm not dependent on it anymore. If anything, I'm enjoying it so much more now. So to sum that little thing up, discipline is about showing up for yourself when it's hard, when it's cold, like it is now, and when nobody else is watching. Now, the next thing I will be posting is like tomorrow, which is the official real part 3 of the series, all about your physical glow up. But as you can probably guess, it's just as much a mental thing. And if anything, I would say this is the foundation of the glow up. It's the mindset, it's the internal, it's how you treat yourself and your body. It's the way you show up as the person you want to be. So remember, winter is a mindset. It's not just a season. It's more of a choice to embrace the discomfort and push through, even when the world tells you to rest. Because I get it. We're probably tired. We're wrapping up the year, and it's natural to feel tired right now. But all I've learned during this season is it's actually when I pushed through that I felt so much better. Because so many times when I thought I was tired and exhausted, I was strained because I was feeding the cheap dopamine. I was feeding all the wrong choices. I was feeding my ego. I was draining myself. So I was draining myself spiritually and out of purpose, which just meant that you start to feel so much more drained. And it's not just tired, it's actually drain of your life force. It's like being with the wrong man. Sucks. So, Merry Christmas, but don't get too comfortable, because if you're on this channel, we're gonna go so much harder from now on and all the way into next year. Winter is still here. It's barely just started like a week ago, and the work just got started. 2025 is not just like we're starting over. It's about building upon what you've already started or what you're starting right now. Because if you've been grinding, if you've been committed, you've already laid the foundation for your ultimate glow up. Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's all of those tough times, all of the tired times have really been what truly built the person that I'm becoming. And not just the skincare routines or the physical things. And they are important, especially for us as women, and we're going to be talking about those things. They're very important. But if you don't do these things, if you don't learn these things, the other stuff, it just won't matter, because trends will come and go, fads will come and go, motivation will come and go, dopamine will come and go. You have to learn how to get disciplined, how to really get to know who you are, which is also why when I give advice to people, I can't just say, do X, Y, and Z specifically, and you all should do the same thing. I need you to meet your own resistance. I need you to face yourself, do shadow work, do the tough stuff, because that's the only thing that will ever get you to truly know yourself and to know what you need to do. I tried all the diets. I tried all the hacks for waking up early. But it wasn't until I realized I just simply don't want to be this kind of person anymore that I changed. So what have we learned? Stay hard, stay committed, and let's crush 2025 together. Because if you feel right now, oh, well, I had the shittiest year and I haven't done winter arc and I just feel more like crap now, don't worry, because follow along, do the work from now on, and you're going to see yourself so changed next year. And also, comment below your biggest goal and your biggest takeaway from this video, and share your plans on how you're staying strong this winter, or how you're going to get started going strong this winter. Because it's not just a new year, we're in full winter mode still, okay? Winter arc is still going strong. Santa's here, but so is winter arc. So I will see you in a couple of days, still before 2025. Once again, please do actually have a Merry Christmas. So, love you guys. Bye.
Merry Christmas.